Hi, welcome to the first episode of Ginger Thyme's vlog or podcast, whatever you like to call it. It's a very first time because I was thinking about making a vlog or showing you my work in progresses and my finished objects, but yeah, it was just an idea and I didn't do it. So I'm gonna talk in English. It's not my mother tongue, but I hope you can understand or follow what I am supposed to say or have to say to you. So, what are we going to talk about? That's the most important thing. Well, I have a few whips or work in progresses to show you. I have one finished object that I want to show you because it's in testing now. So I really want to show you already. And yeah, we just can chat about other things too. We will see how it ends. So my first work in progress or whip is actually also a little bit of finished object because it's a sock pattern that I made, and I finished already one sock, so it's finished for half, of course. Yeah, and it's in testing now too, so I'm really excited about the pattern. As you can see, you see the cable pattern here and here, and it also goes through until you begin working the toes. And I'm really excited. I would just had a long idea to create a cable pattern sock. But yeah, there's so many cable patterns in this knitting world. So before I just find the right cables to put into a sock pattern, yeah, it just took a long time. But now I found it. And yeah, just have so many ideas for new patterns and new designs that are just going fast. So I only finished one, but I'm really excited about it. I'm going to tell you or talk to you about the construction of the pattern. So you work from cuff to toe, and you have an Eye of Partridge heel flap, which I really like. I just thought it's so elegant and fits with the cable pattern perfectly. So I choose to do that one. So I choose to do a heel flap and a heel turn and a gusset. That's what I not normally do, but I just thought it fit really perfect with the cable pattern. I made a little bit longer leg, and I think if I should re-knit this pattern, I should go for like knee high, because I think it's really nice to have them in white or something, and then knee high. That would fit perfectly with a short skirt or something. Yeah, I totally see that before for me. And I also created a round toe, so it's not pointy, but it's beautiful round, and because of the decreases are not just every 2 rows, but I created decreases row per row. But it's in testing currently, so I'm excited, and I made already a few mistakes because I just have sometimes, if you design, you want to design something like a sweater or socks, but you don't have an idea how they would look or how to construct them or something like that. So you just keep looking and looking and looking on the internet or in books or whatever to find some inspiration, and you just spend so much time looking for ideas, or I want to design, what should I make? But right now, because I'm in maternity leave, I just have plenty of time and I have so many ideas, but that even is enough time to design everything I want. So I just made one sock and I thought I'm gonna write the pattern and send out to my designers, but I'm not on second sock syndrome, I have my project bag for my socks right here, and I already costed on my second sock. So I have these little DPN cozies. They're perfect to put into your project bags and to go to the doctor or kindergarten or whatever you have to go. And I just made 2 rows of my second sock. I will show them to you. It's not much, but it's something. And I know if I have this tonight, ooh, there will be a border or a cuff, I'm sure. But I know second sock syndrome is something. But actually, I never just knit one sock and just quit. I always knit. I'm sorry. I always knit the second one. That just happens. Sometimes it just took me some longer times, or just a few weeks after that. But there's always a second sock here in this house. So I will make it, I'm sure. So that was my first work in progress / finished object. Then my second design idea, and it's something for my son. He's like 5-year-old, and I thought I just had to knit something for him. And first off, my idea was to make something with a raglan, but I couldn't find the perfect shape or the perfect design to the front or for the front. So then I choose to do a drop shoulder sweater with dropped shoulders, because I have bought a few drop shoulder sweaters and I really like them on him. I just think it's cute, and with the skinny jeans on, it's a really nice outfit for 5-year-olds. But then I want to have a very complicated cable pattern in it, but I just couldn't find the right cables or variations in the cables. So I made a swatch, but that swatch, I didn't like the swatch. So I ripped it back, and I thought, what could I do with this typical yarn? Because the yarn is an alpaca, very soft. It's from GABO. You know, if you're following us for a while, we have our own web shop, Ginger Thyme. And GABO is one of our yarn brands that we're selling, and it's such a good quality. So yeah, my skein is like this because I'm almost through my first skein. No, you don't need to worry. But I begin on the inside and just knit yesterday evening. And yeah, it's no longer a yarn ball or something. It's like a mess. But it's so soft and squishy. I really want to make a sweater for my son. So I went through what is cute, and I want to have like a sweater with enormous positive ease, and with a little pocket like beneath, and with a dropped shoulder, but really like a little bit bombastic sweater. So I was calculating, because you have to do that if you're designing. And yeah, I have a beginning, and I really like it. I really like the color. I really like how soft it is. And I think it's gonna be a very cute sweater. As you can see, for a 5-year-old, it could fit me. So it's a really, how do you call it? It's with a lot of positive ease, because it had to be like very white, on the hips and here. So but I really like it, and I think it's not a fit really fast, so I think it's gonna be ready next week or something. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna show you a little bit the fluffiness of the yarn. It's like 100% alpaca, and it's like in a sort of mustard color. It's not really green, it's not really brown, it's a little bit yellow, and it's a little bit squishy. You see how fluffy it is. It's not really hairy or something, but it just, yeah, if it knits up really squishy, and I really like it for kids garments. And I had the yarn in my big stash of my, yeah, web shop, and I thought I had to make something for my son, or sons, because I have 3 sons and my 5-year-old is the oldest, so if he can't wear it anymore, he'll just go into the next. So yeah, I have the cuff or the border and a little bit of the body already, and I'm gonna make a little pocket on the front that is like in the fabric, just knitted in the fabric, so not sewn on the body. Afterwards it's like knitted up. Yeah, but that's just my other whip that I'm showing you today, and I hope the next time I'm doing an episode it's just finished and maybe I'm already in testing, because yeah, it's a really quick knit. I just knitted that yesterday, so, and I hadn't had a lot of knitting time because we have a small baby and sometimes that small baby's crying, and yeah, my knitting time is not huge, but it's something, and I'm very happy with the result already. So that's a second work in progress. So now my let me show you now my finished object of my EVO, as you call it. And that is currently in testing too, and I'm really excited about this one. It's a new design, and it's also with GABO. It's also an alpaca, but it's brushed alpaca, so it's a little more squishier, and like the thread of the yarn is a little bit like up and down. I don't know how you call it in English, but it's going like a wave. And that makes a garment so squishy, but very light. So it comes in various colors. You have the eco brush that's not dyed. And you have also the colorful brush. Oh my god. And that's dyed in beautiful bright colors. I really like it. But you have also the pastels, and I choose to knit my example, yeah, my blouse in a mint green, and it's really nice. So what I made is a blouse with a cute color and like buttons with the same fabric. You just have to knit the buttons with short sleeves that are a bit white, so it's very airy and white, and a white garment with a lot of positive ease also. So it's so beautiful if you have like a high-waisted skirt or high-waisted pants. I really like it. It's a little bit cold here in Belgium to wear it right now, but I really like it, and it's so soft. It's like a baby, yeah, baby brushed alpaca. It's like like it is. The yarn is like baby brushed alpaca, and it feels like a baby alpaca. So yeah, this one is now in testing. It has beautiful border that's folded here and on the border of the sleeves too, and the color is worked yeah, in 2 layers or something like that. How do you call it? In 2 layers. The color is worked in 2 layers. Yes. So that's a little bit more heavier, and it just, for the drape of the color, it's just better. If I just did one, it's gonna float a little bit, so it's, for the drape it's better. And yeah, it's currently in testing, that's what I'm saying. And all my testers picked such beautiful colors, almost all in colorful brush, bright blue, bright green. We have a fuchsia, or yeah, like a bright pink. So they made such a beautiful choices in colors. And well, um, no one is finished yet, I think. But yeah, it's quite not it's not difficult or something. But yeah, you have to fold the border in two. So what you can, if you knit 8 centimeters, you only have 4 centimeters border. You know, like it's not a very fast knit. That is what I wanted to say. But it's beautiful. It's not complicated. There are a few techniques like Kitchener stitch, the knitted buttons. You do German short rows on the sleeves, double folded hem. So some testers say, "Oh, I never did that." A kind of provisional cast on or that short rows or a Kitchener stitch or a color like that. So the blouse had a few techniques that were really interesting if you just want to level up your knitting skills, or if you're new to knitting or pretty new to knitting. It's not that complicated. You just have to, yeah, search for the techniques. I just read the pattern very well. I have made in the pattern always a section for the techniques. So if it's new to you, you can always read it in the pattern too. But it's currently in testing. Normally, the blouse will be released like mid-February, end of February. Depends on my testers how fast they are. And I really like the progress of designing. I like the progress of the testers too. So yeah, you will see more from the mirablouse in our Instagram grid soon. So keep us keep an eye on us. That's what I want to say. Not really a recent finished object, but what I'm wearing today is my hivaspencer, and I originally designed it for PLÖTULOPI, but yeah, PLÖTULOPI is pretty hard to get here. So on the if you want to knit the pattern, it's still possible, even if you don't have unspun yarn or PLÖTULOPI in especially. You can also look at our suggestions on the pattern. You have if you just meet the coach, it's okay. But yeah, that's my hivaspencer. It's a little bit cropped and boxy. You just knit it up from the bottom up. I really like designing bottom up. And it had a rounded neck. And you just have to, you just have to sew the shoulder seam if you're ready. And it's like in fisherman's rib. So it's squishy, and yeah, PLÖTULOPI smells really good. It's really like you have it laid with sheep in the barn with sheeps. So you can still smell the sheeps, and I had it knit up, I think June or July. So yeah, and it still smells pretty good. So if you can, if you have PLÖTULOPI in your stash or unspun yarn, you can totally knit a hivaspencer, sorry, like I did. And the pattern is on our website and on Ravelry, of course, too. So that was it for today. I showed you my 2 works in progresses. That was my valentinasocks that are now in testing, and a new sweater for my 5-year-old. And then my finished object was the mirablouse that who is in testing currently. I'm sorry, I just had to think about the English language. And you see my hivaspencer too, and it's perfect to wear right now. So I hope you have a pleasant day and thank you for watching. Bye!